great lengths to bring endless entertainment to the world through his outrageous ideas and bizarre adventures, even at the cost of his own dignity. Let's give it up for C.VA! Just get ready for it.
Nice.
So what's up?
It's Sunday morning. Why are you guys?
Literally 10:30. I honestly was expecting like half of it to be people, honestly.
Just before we begin, do you mind calling me by your actual names?
Oh, please do. Yeah.
Alright, I just wanted to check. I didn't really be angry at you, please. Thank you for joining us for this second day of Smash 22. I probably missed something in my introduction of you both because you do so much. So would you like to introduce yourselves to the crowd? I think they know who you are.
Why are you passing it off to me? Like, I want to do this.
Yeah, okay.
Hi. Who's been dragged by their friend and has no idea who I am? Good. I'm so sorry. It doesn't get any easier. This is gonna be long. Yeah, no, I just do YouTube videos. Normally really weird stuff. Work in strip clubs, pole dancing. Also trash takes, podcast, and streaming. And yeah, I guess you get no sleep. That's kind of what it is. We just make stuff, constantly making stuff. So yeah, and do it in Japan. So I guess that's the thing. Yeah.
Well, what's up, everybody? I'm Sydney. I do odd things online. I have a lot of chaos in me, and somehow that led me to sitting here. I'm sorry for everything I've done and taught you.
This is a confession.
I've got a confession to make. But no, and I talk about weird anime titty. And that's my lifeline, alright? Yeah! Too early for this. Too damn early.
Even though it is quite early, how are you finding Smash and Australia so far? Have people been friendly so far?
Definitely. People are like, it's quite refreshing. I've said this before, to walk off the plane, and especially coming from LA, it's nice to be able to walk around here. People are like kind to you instead of like walking around and feel like you're gonna get stabbed at any moment. It's really quite refreshing.
Yeah, I know. Australia's awesome. You guys got it good. It's like the UK, but not depressing.
And also better food.
But I kind of miss the depressing part of the UK. I like that. I don't know why. I like that everyone's miserable. But you guys are all way too happy. Like, why are you guys, if this was the UK, people wouldn't be here till what? They wouldn't, I have one person at this meeting.
I'm sure that's not true.
It's very true. Has anyone been to the UK here? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's why I left.
Even though you miss how depressing it is.
No, I like it. I do like it. I like Greg's.
Alright.
Don't move for that.
Don't do it.
We do have some fan questions for you. This one has been submitted by Leslie. Are there any places you have enjoyed visiting or wish to visit while you're staying in Australia?
Honestly, we kind of arrived not that long ago, and we've been working most of the time since we've been here, so we haven't really got to explore too much. But I'm going to Melbourne, and I'm going to try out the wineries there, so I'm very hyped for that tomorrow. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Melbourne, by the way.
I don't. Okay, I'm not Australian or wordsmith, so
Wordsmith.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we like Sydney said, we haven't really had a chance to explore much of Australia, but even like the first day I landed, I was like, okay, I want to come back here and actually get to see it, because I feel that when you do a convention, you see the convention, but I mean, this is a nice convention center. Like, this is way better than the ones in America. You guys have grass outside of here. This is crazy. You actually have like nice coffee shop. This is nuts. You guys don't realize how amazing this is. You guys go to other countries and just be like, wow, it sucks. You guys do that?
You're just literally insulting America, like every
Oh,
time.
no. Every other country is just like, what, not as nice.
In Australia?
It's just really nice. You guys had it good. Is that why everyone's happy? Like, you guys...
Honestly, I could say, do they serve beer here? Do they serve beer at this con? Do they?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that would have made it perfect.
It's not even 11 a.m.
I
Sydney.
just had to ask.
She's in Australia.
Yeah.
Fine.
You're on my list.
We have another fan submitted question. This one's for Anya. What surprised you the most after coming to Australia?
Honestly, how nice everybody is. Like, I wasn't expecting, everybody to be me. Or, but, I wasn't expecting, a, brilliant, happy, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, damn, I don't know. Those are words. I'm making a really good explanation, I'm sure. But, just how kind everybody is, really. And how much the food is good.
We went to some of the older parts of Sydney where like the streets look really narrow and they're like cobblestone on the floor and you're like, wow, I didn't expect this in Sydney, but it looks old. It looks old. I don't know. It's awesome. And again, actually, you know what? No one talks about this, but food here has been like really good.
Yeah.
The Alexis food is amazing.
Every meal has been, even the ones that you're just eating on the rush, it's been damn good, dude.
I'm gonna insult Australia now for the rest of the panel.
We're giving you too much.
No more compliments from my
We do, yeah.
I'm gonna be really thinking of some of the insults or something. I don't know, there's not much to insult.
Speaking of food, the next fan question is along those similar lines. They said, I believe you have had the chance to try some Aussie food. How is fast food in the US and the UK compared to our fast food? This is from Zubair, especially the beef products. I don't know whether that's an inside joke or just...
Is this an inside joke? I don't know. Honestly,
I really like beef.
they must like beef products at fast food places. I actually haven't been able to try any of the fast food here yet, so I'm not sure.
I had Hungry Jack's.
Is it better?
Oh, guys, come on, like that's your best fast food. I heard Porto's is really good. I don't know if that's true. I really want to try it. Yeah, I mean, Hungry Jack's is just Burger King, and Burger King sucks. So,
Burger King in Japan slaps. What are you talking? No, I'm not going to talk about this anymore.
it's not much better. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really had much. Everyone keeps telling me about this halal snack pack.
Oh, yes.
I was told that it's too much. Is this true? Everyone told me you have like 4 bites and you're like, you're dead.
Those
Stop.
people are weak.
Really? Is it good? Is it actually good?
Yeah.
Do I have to be drunk though? Or
No.
it helps. Are you okay?
Yeah, you don't stop eating a HSP when you're full.
HSP,
You stop eating it when you're happy. You're happy once it's all gone. You're also a little bit sad because it's all gone. So,
Alright,
yeah, no,
right.
definitely.
Maybe I'll try it tonight. I've been wanting to, but just wasn't in the right place.
Do you like spicy food?
I love spicy.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Okay, good.
Now let's get to YouTubing. You've been creating content on YouTube for a while. When did you start and where were you then in that point of your lives?
Oh, God,
Why are you looking at me?
It's like we're not dissimilar, I suppose, in how we started. I mean, it's kind of like,
We're very different.
yeah, we're very different as the guy who was dubbing, Sebastian. But no, I guess I started doing voice acting. But then I stopped once I started going to university in England, and then I got back to it a few years later, and then just blossomed from making manga reviews to this, Where I don't even know.
I feel like there's a lot of leaps missing in this.
No, mine was a perfectly cut and dry story.
Alright, fine. Yeah, I mean, I was always doing voice acting. I was a little shit line. I would always go on Xbox and troll people and just do dumb voices because I just like doing that. I I don't know what's wrong with me. I was that kid that you hate on Xbox to play with, but no one plays Xbox now, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, no, I used to do that, and I really like doing voices, so I started doing voice acting. But the thing is that when you start doing voice acting, you suck. You suck so much, and no one tells you how to get better. So you just have to kind of learn. And my way of kind of keeping myself busy while trying to get better at voice acting was to make my own videos. And I thought, wow, what better way to voice act than to call the Mormon Church in America as a demon butler and film it and upload it to YouTube.
I actually did.
Yeah, I did, yeah. And yeah, people liked it. And then I realized, it's way more fun to upload these YouTube videos and get this instant feedback than it was doing voice acting. So I kind of just put my full effort into doing YouTube. But this is when I was in university. And I mean, who's in uni here? Alright, out of all of you, how much of you actually, like, during the day do uni stuff? Don't lie.
There are ways that you can be truthful here.
You actually?
No way.
Okay. I try to do as little university work as possible while in uni, and I spent all of my time doing these videos, and everyone at my dorm thought I was a weirdo, because I was just screaming like, in my room at like 4 a.m., and they were like, I don't know what he's doing, but I guess we'll hang out with him. It was a really awkward time in my life, but luckily it worked out. I don't know how. You didn't have to do that. I don't know what the point of the story was. I was kind of.
I honestly just zoned out for anything.
I zoned out as well. Halfway through, I was like, what am I saying?
Literally words.
So I'm guessing at that point, was it, yeah, I'm definitely going to be a content creator, or it was something you sort of fell into?
Honestly, I mean, just puking noises. That's no, I mean, I don't know. You know, you don't really start out knowing if it's gonna work out. You know, you feel like you are somewhat good at it, maybe, hopefully. I mean, if people recept well to it, then you must be doing something right in some way, shape, or form. But I don't think I really knew until probably about a few years later when people are like, oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
I mean, for me, it was, I went to university and I got my degree because my parents would have killed me otherwise. I don't know if everyone has the same deal. And by the end of the degree, I just didn't, I feel like you do engineering to understand that you hate engineering. Don't know if any engineers can relate to that. You're like, yeah, this sucks. I'm so envious of people who do degrees and actually love that degree. You're a rare breed. And I was doing the degree and I thought, damn, well, I'm kind of making like $800 a month from this YouTube thing. And I was like, yeah, I guess I could live off that. And then I realized you had to pay taxes? What the hell? And so I was like, oh my God, this is a terrible idea. I moved to London. I was making like $1,000 a month. And the rent was like £600. And I was like, oh my God, this is so dumb. And then when I moved to London, I decided to do it full time. My channel started doing worse, and I was like, oh my God, this is over. I'm gonna have to beg my parents to go back and live with them. But luckily somehow I turned it around and started making more money, and then I was like, okay, I think I can kind of live off this more comfortably.
Do you have like a job, like another job after you? Wow.
I would spend all day playing League of Legends. It was such a bad idea. Don't woo that. No, that's depressing.
Don't ever woo League of Legends, I think.
Who plays League of Legends here? Oh no, I'm so sorry.
I'm
I'm so sorry.
sorry.
You guys should like meet up after and have like a conversation, like Alcoholics
We can help
Anonymous.
each other how to not do that.
Exactly.
So how did you become friends, and maybe this will set a tab amongst the pigeons? What were your first impressions of each other? You immediately like, this person is great.
Well, friends is a very objective term. For colleagues.
Okay, well, this is a great path. What the
I came to the wedding out of kindness.
Yeah, just move to the same house, next to each other, just out of just being like, you know. Wow!
I think it was. I don't know.
Connor messaged me on Twitter.
Oh, that's.
No, we met, well, first initially, Connor messaged Guard, saying like, hey, do you ever need voice acting or anything like that for your please let me know. And I remember looking at the channel because the guy was like, oh, do you know the C-Dog VA guy? And I'm like, no. Who's that? Sounds like a nobody. And and then I saw he's doing voice impressions, which I'm not gonna lie, my first impression was very cringe. Very, very cringe.
We'll start somewhere.
Yeah, some places better than others. But but then we met at MCM and he waved at me and was like, hey, and I'm like, hey, do you wanna go get a beer? And the rest is history.
I did go get a beer.
Oh yeah, you did leave and I was just kinda like, okay, yeah, well.
Well, no, I feel like when, a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, the YouTube scene for anime was a lot smaller. So you tend to know like everyone. If anyone over like 100,000 subscribers, you all kind of knew each other or you were kind of aware. And you know, it's me and Garth we're all from the UK. There's kind of mutual, oh, hi, yeah, we're from the same kind of place. So I feel like that kind of led it to, we hung out once and I think we all got along. And then we became friends and then we all moved to Japan together. It was very normal. It was a very normal hangout.
Make it sound like it's like, oh, we're just friends hanging out and then we just moved to a
It
different country.
was.
We're like, I feel like we were closer than that.
We are. We hang out a lot. You know, it's,
Meltdown right now.
yeah, it's a very natural progression there. You just hang out with people and you're like, hey, we all like each other. We should hang out more. And then we do.
Says people do, I suppose.
But I lived in like the middle of nowhere for a long time. So then when I moved to London, we haven't done one more.
Do you ever get inspired by each other's work or say, oh, that's a really good idea, I'm just going to steal that?
Honestly, sometimes like Connor says like, oh, I like that idea you did. Why didn't you give that to me? And then sometimes I say that to him sometimes, and so I will say the same thing happens.
It's just false.
No, he's constantly jealous of me. No. Sometimes like it's not really. I mean, sometimes I'll find a place and I'm like, hey, you should do a video here, and you know, same thing with him. It's like, hey, you know, it's. I wouldn't say I get like inspired. Just more of like.
I think we all like elevate each other. We all try and push our videos to be better. And it's hard not to want to make your videos better when your friend is also doing that. It's like in class, right? If you're surrounded by the smart kids, you kind of feel like, oh, I have to try because I don't want to be the dumb one. So it's kind of like that. You all push each other without even realizing they're doing it, I think. And I think that's the one fortunate thing about having friends who all do what you do is that you all want to like improve. You all like, keep getting